What's going on, everyone? Jeremy from the Geekly Grind here, and today I wanted to take a few minutes to dive into Mage Hand Press's Valda's Spire of Secrets. This was sent over to us from Mage Hand Press, so thank you to the lovely folks over there for sending it over. They have a lot of awesome D&D supplementary materials, so if you haven't had a chance to check out their library, head on over to magehandpress.com and do so. This book contains a ton of stuff. 5 new races, 10 new classes, dozens of subclasses, tons of magic items, spells, feats, you name it. It's in here, and it's going to help to enhance your D&D experience. The races that are added in this book include Gepetin, which is like a live toy. So if you wanted a teddy bear to come to life, or in the case of one of my friends in a current game that I'm in, a porcelain doll. Yes, it's as creepy as you think it is. The Gepetin is the race for you. There's also the Mandrake. So, you know, the screaming plants, if you let them grow in the ground, apparently they turn into these sort of ant-like wooden monsters that become sentient and you can play as. There are also mouse folk for you Redwall fans out there. Spirit hosts, which are kind of like part ghost, part humanoid creatures, and then an array of near humans, such as immortals, etc. And so these are all really great options for players if they're wanting to spice things up a little bit with the races that they play. But really the core of this book is in the 10 new classes. And this is where you're going to get a ton of mileage out of this material. So the 10 new classes include the Alchemist. Imagine if an Artificer was good. And helpful in combat. Sorry for Artificer fans out there. But yeah, the Alchemist they're basically bomb-crazed creators with room for wild creations and specializations in various fields of study. There's the Captain, which allows you to command an ally, and basically you're commanding 2 PCs when you're in combat. There's the Craftsman, so you create wondrous items, armor, weapons, and this is dependent upon your guild and specialization, but there's plenty of opportunity for you to make some awesome items for you and your party. The Gunslinger is a fighter that lives on the edge, uses risk die to enhance attacks and to execute things like, gut shots and headshots and things of that nature. There's the Investigator, which they work on unraveling the mysteries of the world through an arcane lens. When I was reading through it, it's kind of like if a wizard had a baby with a Ghostbuster. It's sort of how I saw it. It's, they're casters essentially, but they also have, kind of like a sage background kind of mixed in. So really cool class for the more, intellectual types. Martyrs are those who sacrifice their own health to inflict maximum damage on their foes. Martyrs welcome death, but only once they've achieved their grand purpose. There are necromancers who command the forces of undeath. They turn fallen foes against one another, and they manipulate thralls on the battlefield to devastate their opponents. There are wardens, who are mighty warriors who defend the weak and utilize crowd control, utilizing with maneuvers and things like that, imposing disadvantage on allies or attacks against allies that aren't themselves, etc., etc. There's the War Mage, which is a specialized type of caster that elevates the use of cantrips. There's one particular usage of this where you have a deck of cards and you draw 5 cards at initiative, and you use those cards to enhance damage, range, etc. with your spells, which is really, really cool. And then there are the Witches, which are cursed arcane users who twist and harness their plight into spells that they can inflict on others, so hexes and things of that nature. You can easily spend hours digging into the nitty-gritty of these various classes, and I know I did. I've already spent quite a bit of time in this book, and I know I'm going to spend a lot more time with it. That's not even including the various subclasses, such as the Wizard School of Somnomancy, which takes the sleep spell and makes it like crazy powerful. Like, it makes sleep really good, which is really fun. Overall, I think this is a fantastic supplement to your D&D adventures, with mechanics-rich classes, hilarious flavor text and quotes, and some awesome new spells, feats, magic items, and more to elevate your next campaign. I wanted to thank Mage Hand Press again for sending this over. You can find a link to purchase the book in the description below. But until next time, happy gaming. See ya.